Hey little boy, hey little girl, let's come and join me to create things with our own hands. Let's Make Friends.
Hey everyone, welcome to our channel, Let's Make Friends. For today's episode, which is our first episode, we're going to be making a pipe cleaner penguin, which is a good go-to, kind of the original one that I ever made. If you like this video, please hit the like button and feel free to subscribe. We appreciate it as we try to get it on the ground running. And away we go. So first thing first, we need to make sure you have your materials handy. Grab a pencil, you'll need that. Get the pipe cleaners in place, whatever colors you want. These are what we're choosing to make our penguin with. If you're a child and you're watching this, you're going to need to use scissors, so make sure you have parents on hand. Adults, feel free to just use scissors. Hopefully you can use them yourself. We'll set those aside for now. Be using them moving forward, get everything in line here. And to begin with, we're going to grab our black pipe cleaner. You're going to coil it, so you want to do a very tight coil around the pencil here, just making sure you go the full length. So it does help. You want to make sure that you kind of knot it there, just get it tight at the very edge, because we're going to wrap around here and make sure everything's in place. Now finishing up the wrap, you want to coil that really tight. Now we have it all the way around the pencil, but one thing that helps, you want to squish it tight on the pencil and push it together. So you really want to push it together and make sure it's tight. That's kind of the key thing here, making sure that your coil is perfectly snug that way. Now moving forward, you want to take this yellow piece is what we're choosing, but this is actually going to be the eyes for it, and you're going to make sure you cut it down to be small like this, and we're actually going to slip it into the black pipe cleaner coil just to set it up there. We'll be fudging with it a little bit and making it line up, so there's a little bit of tweaking that you can do afterwards, but you really want to make sure that this is in place, that everything is going to work from a placement perspective here. And then everything's set that aside. We have the body of our penguin now set. Taking the white pipe cleaner, which is going to be the belly, we're going to measure out just a bit to make sure we have the belly in sync. So you want to make sure that it's not too long. You don't want it going larger than the coil itself. And we're going to actually kind of measure that by your fingers here. So that's where, if you are a child, feel free to use parents to make sure you don't cut yourself if you want to keep your fingers in place. We'll snap that. And this may actually be too long, so it looks like it's a little too aggressive for the body here, so we're going to have to probably chop that down a little bit. Moving on to our orange piece, which is key here, we're actually setting up the feet and beak. So we're going to take it, bend it like so, and then really pinch this edge. You want to split it in half and pinch the edge here, because that's actually forming the beak. Using this, you can kind of turn with it, because we're going to bend it down the road here, and you slip it into your black pipe cleaner coil, pop it out, not all the way through, so you want to pop it out just under your eye mark on that, bend it down. Now we have a beak. There's a little bit of fiddling, you want to make sure it's in line, so keep everything tight. And then from here, we're actually going to bend the pipe cleaner a bit to start making those feet. If you actually grab the beak like this, it gives you a little more control to make the feet. We're going to roll the pipe cleaner edges, curl them up almost like a snail coil would be here. So we'll wiggle that through, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And voila! Now our feet are set for our penguin. Pretty much everything's in place at this point. Again, you make sure everything is lined. So this is where we're going to do a little bit of tweaking here. You can see I do want to make the eyes a little smaller, just so it's not just bugging out. We don't want bug eyes for a penguin. So we're going to take that piece out and actually snip it down a little bit. So again, be careful with scissors on this, especially because it's a smaller piece and you're going to be getting a little closer to your fingers. Just going to snip those down a little bit. And then the nice thing is we still have that space open where the eyes would go on the penguin head. So that's set here. Now as I fumble around a little bit here trying to get it in precisely, you'll notice pipe cleaners do shed, so there's a little bit of fuzz to be expected. You just sweep those off and don't worry if it's in your way for the time being. We'll get rid of it by the end of this. So you can see I'm pulling that off, make sure everything's in place, and voila, these eyes are a little better, not as buggy, and now we're ready to take our white piece here. As I mentioned before, a little too large, so we're actually going to trim this down. So one thing I will say, having a stubbier body for your penguin will look better, unless you make a longer coil, so maybe you put 2 black pipe cleaners together for the body, and then you won't have to worry about it as much. It should work fine at that point. So with this white piece for the belly, we're actually just going to pop it on there. Very nice. One of the benefits for pipe cleaners, everything is almost like a pin. So you just pin it into the body and we are set. Here's our penguin. So you can see there's a little more tweaking you could do if you want to make it extra aesthetic, but this is set as far as it goes. We'll clean off our edges a little bit here, and there you have it. Penguin's finished. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our video. If you did, hit the like button, please subscribe. We'll be releasing videos weekly, and that is Let's Make Friends.